What's up guys, it's me David, back with another video, and the Google Pixel 2 XL is the new flagship from Google. And like the Nexus lineup before it, the Pixel lineup is the new golden king of Android flagship smartphones. Now, while in Android there's the stock Android party and the custom skin party, which is populated by Samsung, LG, and all the other brands, Google's stock Android party is super neat place to be in. Me personally, I've been using the Nexus 5 and the Nexus 5X until I broke both of them, obviously. And so I'm super hyped about this video and Google's Pixel 2 XL. So let's get this video rolling. Without further ado, let's roll the intro. The Google Pixel 2 XL is the new flagship smartphone from Google. Last year's Pixel XL and Pixel were pretty darn good smartphones. It had an incredible stabilization, high performance, and a crisp and clean version of Android Nougat. Now, this year's Pixel XL is in a whole new pool of water. Pixel XL has to face against bezel-less and dual camera setups on today's market. So let's see how it compares against these new smartphones. First things first, the texture on the back of the Pixel is just fantastic. The Pixel 2 XL has metal, but its texture is kind of like subdued sandpaper. And that's a really unique feeling, and that's a feeling from gripping a phone that you never get with any other phone. While the subdued sandpaper makes the grippiness superb. Now, the Pixel 2 XL has the best grip on the market. The flat sides offers even more grip, which is amazing. You're really not going to drop this phone very often. On the back, there's still a dual material design, but unfortunately, the glass has been moved up above the fingerprint sensor, which in my opinion is a con. I like the iconic look from having the fingerprint sensor be included in the glass. I don't know why Google put the glass a little higher. I personally don't like that aesthetic design choice. Speaking of design choices that I personally dislike, the Pixel 2 XL has a prominent camera bump, which is super annoying when you're trying to text on a table or do something where you're on a flat surface, which is kind of not really good. But the phone wobble on a table has been not too much, and it's not that annoying for me, but for some other people it might be a really big problem, but that's just their personal preference. While the wobble isn't very much, I personally didn't like the camera bump, mostly because of the aesthetics. On the bottom of the Pixel, there is a normal set of I/O, except for the speaker. In this case, a dual stereo front firing speaker. Yeah, you heard me right. It's an incredible pair of speakers that I absolutely enjoy listening to music, watching YouTube videos like my very own, and overall it's the best speaker in a phone that I've ever tried. Overall, for those of you who want numbers, I would rate the Pixel 2 XL speakers 5 out of 5. Absolutely beautiful. On my LG V30 and Galaxy S8 reviews, I called the display the most incredible feature on the phones. Now, while this is still somewhat true, as the Pixel 2 XL has a display that's the exact same as the LG G6, what I think is more impressive is the software, or the thing that you see through the display. The software on the Pixel 2 XL is beyond amazing. Android 8.0 Oreo is just simply stunning. While I like the unique look on Nougat's Pixel launcher, I like the clean and functional look on this year's Oreo Pixel launcher. So for all of you who have that question, is stock Android really that good? The answer is yes, it is. It's deliciously incredible. Performance, as you would expect on a flagship Android smartphone, exceeds incredible. Now, this is aided with the super clean software, which again, I absolutely love. The performance is so good, I don't really need to tell you the specs, and I don't really believe in specs after all. 6 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of RAM, 4 gigs of RAM, it doesn't really make a difference to the user experience. Okay, let's switch the cameras. The camera is incredibly awesome. It produces really nice, stable shots. It's almost like you're on a gimbal. So much so that it's like beyond reality to me. And the fact that smartphone cameras are this far ahead over DSLR cameras in the stabilization department is just stunning. Although DSLRs are better for multiple reasons and they are a stills camera, so you can't really blame them, blah blah blah. Here is a stability test compared to the LG V30. Now, the V30 is a really good smartphone on the market with one of the best cameras on the market. I would recommend the V30 for people who want manual focus and all those manual settings, and the cine style and whatnot is absolutely incredible. But low light on the Pixel is beyond any other flagship smartphone on the market at this time. This is a result of phenomenal post-processing, as if you see the photo before post-processing, it looks pretty normal, or maybe even beyond not good in some cases. But in this case, after post-processing, the photos or videos look really nice, and with the flash turned on, it actually looks like daylight, and the only thing that gave it away was the dark windows. And as I said before, I have no idea how Google actually did it, but they actually made Flash usable and awesome to use. And of course, the Flash has a limited range, but if you're in a small room or a room at all, it's gonna be perfectly fine. Now, I skipped over the display and talked about the software, and you might think it's because the display isn't very good. That is not the case. While the display's bezels are meh, and the Pixel 2's bezels are like just ginormous, the display is the same one as in the LG G6. Now, the Pixel 2 also had a little bit too much blue, and the tint was a little overpowering in my opinion compared to the LG V30, but that's just personal preference, so take that with a grain of salt. Now, there's one mystery component in here, the squeezability. Is it any use? Well, that depends on what you do with your phone. If you use Google Assistant commonly, which is something I do, I use Google Assistant all the time, then the squeezability is going to be awesome, because if you've used Google Assistant before, you'll know this, but those awkward moments in public when you yell out, "Okay Google," and it's just weird, you know, and of course you can click the home button like long press, but it's kind of annoying to do that. Anyways, if you use Google Assistant a lot, it's an absolute godsend. It's just so good. But the problem is you cannot reprogram it. So if you don't like Google Assistant and you don't like having a creepy assistant, you just can't use that feature, and you're paying for that feature. Now, the Pixel 2 XL comes out at a price of around $850. That's a pretty big price. Would I buy this phone for $850? Unfortunately, no, but that's only because I can't afford anything for $850. If you want a really nice clean stock Android experience, amazing camera, excellent display, and as you would expect, superb performance on a lower price of around $650, you can get the Pixel 2, not the Pixel 2 XL, but if having a bigger and longer lasting battery, having a bigger and sharper display that has less bezels is really important to you, then I would recommend you go with the Pixel 2 XL. I'll have comparisons between the Pixel 2 XL and several other phones soon, so you need to be subscribed to watch these videos. If you have any questions or have anything you want to tell me, then go to the comment section below. I reply to every single one of the comments. So thank you guys for watching. It was a real pleasure to review this phone, and I really recommend buying this phone if you have the budget. Now, if you don't have the budget, as I said, go for the Pixel 2. It's really worth it. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Goodbye.